Segarra for Tang Soo Tv. Welcome to our second episode. We hope you enjoyed our first episode. We got a lot of positive feedback on our first episode, and they're only going to get better over time. I'd like to remind everybody that Tang Soo TV is not about the style, it's about the art. So it doesn't matter what style of Tang Soo you practice or what organization you belong to. This is about the art of Tang Soo. So we welcome all of you to enjoy the show, benefit from what we're doing. And if you would like to get involved, again, it doesn't matter what organization or what style of Tang Soo you do. As long as you're doing Tang Soo, we welcome you to submit videos of any drills or things that you'd like to do. So in order to do that, you need to contact me at Tang Soo TV, send me a message, and then I will tell you exactly what we need to have filmed and the way we need it filmed, and then we can go from there. So we have quite a few people now wanting to get involved, so don't wait too long, because then you're going to be further down the queue to get into the episodes. So that being said, we have some great stuff lined up for you this week. But before we begin, I would like to just send our best wishes to GMaster Dominic Giacobi. He was in a very serious motorcycle accident, but he's doing great. He's almost healed up, but we want to send our best wishes to him. Grandmaster Giacobi is an excellent example of what a Tang Soo master should be. And sir, we hope you feel better, and we hope to get you on Tang Soo TV in the near future. This week, we have some excellent grappling segments by Master Josh Trowbridge. Fantastic form applications by Master Becker. Another great story from Kyosa Bozzuffi and myself. And another segment on kicking by yours truly. So we're going to start off this week with Master Matt Becker's form application. Master Becker, take it away.
Thank you, Master Segarra. This is Matt Becker in La Jolla, California, and these are the applications of the Pyongan forms. Today we're going to look at Pyongan Chodan and 3 applications out of the form. So this form contains 3 applications, 3 different ways to deal with the front kick. One where you block the front kick and you're on the front of your opponent. The second one presents a slightly different way of blocking a front kick with the outside-inside parry. And then finally there's an application where you block a front kick ending up on the backside of your opponent. Let's look at the applications. So for this one, he throws a front kick, I see it coming in, I defend the front kick, I step in and I punch him. For this one, I end up in the front of his body and on the front side of the kick. One more time. As he kicks, I'm deflecting the kick with enough energy to get him squared up. Now that he's squared up, I come in and I hit him center of mass. For the next one, on the other side, we're going to do it as a double front kick. So with the first front kick, instead of moving into him, we're here. So for the first kick, I end up moving back a little bit. This clears the way for a second kick. I scoop the kick. From here, I'm going to lift the kick up and move in, and he ends up on the ground. From here, I could follow up with strikes, or I could move on. If he doesn't fall because he gets his leg off the kick, I follow up with a punch. One more time. I catch the first kick, the second one comes in. I lift, and I follow. Pretty much the way it looks in the form. One more application from this side. This time as he kicks at me, I end up on the back side of the kick here. From the back side, I do a motion here. My hand is open, which indicates my hand closes. If he does a back fist with this side, I'm pretty much defending that. So if he hits with the other hand, the next motion in the form is a high block. And then from here, I could kick him, I could choke him, I could finish the fight. Let's look at it again. The first kick comes in, I get behind him, I get my hand on him, and then I'm ready to defend. Kick or choke, either way. Are we forgetting anything?
The reflexes.
At this point, we usually cover a reflex development drill in class intended to develop reflexes and muscle memory with both partners. Today we covered 3 applications. One where you get to the front of your opponent, one where you get to the rear of your opponent, and one for a possible double front kick with a takedown. Master Segarra, back to you.
Thank you, Master Becker. That was an excellent segment. Okay, now we're going to go to Master Josh Trowbridge on another great grappling segment. Take it away, Master Trowbridge.
Thank you, Master Segarra. My name is Josh Trowbridge with the World Tang Soo Federation, right here in Madison, Wisconsin. Today we're going to leave off where we left off last time. We're going to work on the double base up from the ground. So what we're going to do is, as we go down, instead of standing up one foot, we're going to come up quick. So it's going to have dual application with partners and solo. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let the knuckles hit the ground. We're going to rest into our shoulders and then up to our feet. So that's going to be our quick stand. So we're going to go down, same way, and touch. So we want everything really light. We don't want to hear thuds when we hit. We just want everything nice and smooth. So again, up, and as we go down. And this is going to work into partner, okay? So we're going to work out of guard. So if he has me in the guard, now we're going to go into our break, and then we're going to work into the stand we just did. So to show the guard break, there's going to be a separation to it. So when we do the stand up, there's going to be two different ways to do this, with and without a break. So I'm going to show you the break first. We're going to always want to protect ourselves when we come down. So as I'm covering up, my hand is going to slide up to his stomach. My elbow is going to slide up to the pocket inside the knee, right inside that nerve there. So as we're down, in and break. So right now I have control of him. So if he wants to try to squirm around and move, I have control, and also my hands are also here if I want to use that for hip control. But the break can be painful. So if I'm going through, so this can actually, with very little effort, I'm not trying that hard, and that stings a little bit. All right, so now we're going to add the escape with it. Slide up, break, and literally just from here, post up, and then now here's our evasion. So now we can create distance. I can stand and strike, I can run, whatever I want to do. To do this without the break is pretty basic. So right now we're just going to base up and come up. So if he's going to hold on and guard, that's fine. If he's going to let go, that's fine. So if I'm up here, I'm stacking essentially over top. From here I actually have striking. We're going to have different leg locks you can go through. We're going to have different passes you can go through. So again, one more time. Break. Stacking away. Stack. Okay, so now we're going to work the other side to this. So if I have him in guard. Okay, from here, if he's going to stack, or what we call stage 4, so if he comes up to his feet, I don't want to fight anymore to bring him down. If he's past that point and he got away, that's fine. What I want to do is I want to get my feet in here. So as he comes up, boom. Now, as I put pressure, this is defensive. Keep my hands up. But if he's going to try to hit, I'm defending, and I can actually work through here. Okay? And then another part of this drill is once they come up, I can actually start attacking. So if I hit and he's away, now I can start using my feet. So this is evasion. Okay? So as I'm working here, I can use my feet to stop. This also goes back into the last segment with the single stand-up. So if I hit and I'm working him away, I can actually stand up to start striking again. Or if I'm here, we actually have another kind of base up too that we'll get into a later segment a little more. So if we hit, we actually have a double. So we can actually move through. Okay, so that's a kind of a brief expansion and overview from the first segment to the next. Our next segment, we're going to work more into side mount with passing and then from guard. So eventually all these are going to tie in together into a drill. Okay, again, my name is Josh Trowbridge with World Tang Soo Federation here in Madison, Wisconsin. Back to you, Master Segarra.
Thank you, Master Trowbridge, for another great ground fighting segment. Ground fighting has always been part of the Tang Soo curriculum, but for some reason, over the years, we've gotten away from it a little bit, and now it's time to get back to it and make sure that it's part of our curriculum as Tang Soo practitioners, because that's an important part for our students, part of combat for our students to learn. So again, thank you, GMaster Trowbridge, for sharing that with us. The next segment is going to be another story by Kyosa Dan Bozzuffi and myself. Hope you enjoy it. Take it away, Kyosa Dan Bozzuffi.
Hi, Kyosa Dan Bozzuffi here. Master Segarra and I have been sharing philosophical tales for years, and he asked me to become part of Tang Soo TV and share some of those stories with you. This week's story has a very powerful lesson in it. I hope you enjoy it.
Once upon a time, in a forest in a big oak tree, lived a squirrel, and he was out one morning gathering nuts when along came his friend, Mr. Fox. "Good morning, Mr. Squirrel," said Mr. Fox. "Good morning, Mr. Fox," said Mr. Squirrel. "What brings you out in this fine morning?" "Well, the hunters are out hunting me with their hounds for my beautiful coat." "A hunt? That sounds dangerous, Mr. Fox." "Not actually. I have 100 ways for escaping the hunters and their hounds." 100 ways? Wow, I only have one." "Well, you're just a simple squirrel, and I'm a clever fox, and that's why I know more." "Well, my one way works pretty good, Mr. Fox." And the fox continued to brag about his 100 ways when the hounds got his scent. The squirrel did his one trick, and he ran up the tree. The fox stood there and said, "Which one should I do? Number 1, number 2, number 3? And the hounds captured him. The moral to the story is, better to know one thing well than 100 not so well.
Thank you, Kyosa Dan Bozzuffi, for another great story. Now, a segment by yours truly, building off the kicking drill we did last week. So, hopefully you enjoy it.
Hi, Master Dan Segarra with a continuation of the previous drill. So the last drill we did was front leg kicking system. This is going to be the rear leg side, and then we're going to show you how to put it all together. Okay, so my assistant, Ashley Segarra. Good. All right, so foot back, key hop, key hop. Now, so what we did last week was, last time was using the front leg in different patterns to learn to use the foot in different ways, hitting from all angles, right? So this was just, quick what we did for last week. And then we finished with the back kick, landing forward, and then sliding up for the advanced students, pichagi. For intermediate, no pichagi. So that back kick, now this is important, and this is why this is such a good drill, is you're not always going to back kick and come through. Sometimes you're going to hit somebody that's so solid that you're going to hit and wind up going back. Sometimes you're going to hit somebody and there's an object behind them and you're not going to be able to kick through and you're going to wind up going back. So you have to think of it as two separate back kicks, okay? So you have the kick and go through and then land, and then you have here and you kick and then return. So this drill starts off with that kick, right? Slide up just a little bit, thank you. Okay, so we're here, you're going to pivot, kick straight back, return your foot, and return, turn. So that's a half turn. The second kick in the drill is going to be full turn here, all the way around hook kick. The third kick is going to be turn and then inside outside kick. The fourth kick is going to be turn, hook round, and back to here, okay? So those are the four of the first group of the kicks in this drill. Now, this lesson here is teaching the student this is not a spin kick, and this is one of the issues with this, is they think it's a spinning back kick. No, you cannot spin and throw a back kick effectively. You have to turn, stop turning, and then kick straight back because your energy is going that way. You can't have your body going this way and your energy going that way. It's a conflict. So you're here, stop spinning, and kick straight back. Now, and many students make the mistake is they turn and they kick, and then they come around there, and they try to throw a back kick. Unconsciously or consciously, they know they're going to turn all the way around, so they're not putting 100% into the kick because they know their balance is going to be affected by that, so they're holding back, and therefore it's not a great kick. So forget spinning back kick. It's turn back kick, okay? Not spin back kick. Now you can put the foot down or you can put it back. So you put it back. The second one is a spin. So that's why it's done this way. Shows the difference between a turn and a spin. Then this comes around, hook and back. Your third is a short spin. Same thing, up, down, and back. Your fourth now this is another concept where you can hit on two sides, but you have to get that done in a spin. Now, most common mistake, and this is advanced, is students will try to stop here and throw the kick. That's not the idea. It's got to be a full spin. Now, that's going to be something they're going to have to work on, but it's a good technique to learn because it teaches them to keep a loose leg, okay? The trick with that is you have to think of throwing the round kick around here because the time in your mind is a little bit different than the actual reality time as you're spinning. So if you start thinking of throwing a round kick here, it'll start to come out right where it's got to be. If you start thinking of throwing a round kick here, your foot's going to be too far back. So your only other option is to stop your spin. That's no good either, right? So you want to think hook and then round, but keep the spin going. Okay, then, so we have, that's the first four. Now this can be done as a drill back and forth where I go back kick, boom, and then she goes back kick and then she returns. Then I do hook kick and then she does hook kick. And we can go back and forth like that. The next kicks are the jumping spin kicks. So from here, we're going to go point the knee, okay, and then jump outside inside kick. Now, again, most students will just do this until they get it right without understanding that the knee is the key, okay? So the knee is the key. You point the knee and then you can jump. If the knee's here, you got to make up that difference. So that's no good. So you're here, you point the knee, outside inside kick. The second one, you move back, you point the knee, and then you have your round kick, okay? So that's your jump turning round kick here, right? You want to make sure you have good distance for that. And then your third one is the inside out, outside in, okay, double. So coming at you, 1, 2, okay? That's your third. Now, the nice thing about that is it teaches them the 3 different ways to throw that. Now, can I get a staff? Thank you. The butterfly kick is not a very effective kick to try to hit a person twice with. Because if her hands are up and I throw that first kick in the air, it may destabilize me and then I'm in trouble. But what it's great for is evading. So if Ashley holds this stick and she swings it across the ground, right, like that. It's fun drill to do, okay? So hold that, swing to me. This goes circle, circle, okay? You can also do this as a fun staff exercise. So if she swings from this side and I go here, then she swings up here, back, I can come in here, then do a disarm, okay? And then you can come and then it's my turn. And you go back and forth like that. Or you can just have them all jump around, go the other way. So it's a good drill. Put that back, thank you. Okay, so how this all ties together now is, can you get the bag there, Ish? Thank you. Thank you. I have a little head cold here, so it's messing up my breathing today. Okay, hands up. All right, actually you're gonna hold that. I'll demonstrate. So if she comes straight in, she comes in, and I use one of my lead leg kicks from the last segment to stop her, I can then follow up one of the back leg kicks. So she slides away, she slides up, I can stop her with this and then go into any one of those other kicks. If I use the back leg kick first, she comes in here, and then I get jammed up, I can then use my lead leg. I can flip back and forth between the two. So it really gives you a great way to flow and instinctively know what kicks are available to you by using this simple system. Now, don't also lock yourself into thinking it's this way, okay? If she comes at me this way, I can step to the side and then use my lead leg kicking that way, okay? She comes in, I can step off to this side and then use my leg kicking that way. So there's lots of ways, thank you Ashley, There's lots of ways that you can use these two systems, but the idea is to educate the front leg as to what it could do, then educate the back leg as to what it can do. This way, no matter where your feet are in relationship to your target, you'll know what to do. Instead of having combinations. You know, you have a combination, and combinations are great, then your partner switches his feet, sparring, and you're like, now I gotta change my feet so it matches them. This, you don't have to worry about matching. Wherever they are, I have a kick that I can do, wherever they are in relationship to me. So that's what's so great about this drill. The more seasoned instructors will really see the potential in this. So play with it. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up below, and I'd love to answer them and help you out. But try this out. It's really, really going to revolutionize the kicking ability of your students if you use both of these exercises and then let them play with it. Okay? I hope you enjoy it. See you next segment. Tang Soo.
Okay, that's it for this week's show. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to send some love and likes towards us, please comment below. Please share the show with your students and like the page and share with your fellow practitioners so we can spread the word about this show. Again, I promise you, it's my personal promise, that it's not about the style, it's about the art. So we're going to keep it generic in that way. But it's important that we spread the word so this show starts to grow in its audience, and we help our art together collectively grow and become as well known as it once was back in the 60s with some of the pioneers like Chuck Norris and so forth. So thank you for tuning in this week, and we will see you next week on Tang Soo TV. Tang Soo.